Welcome to our broadcast, Getting AI Ready with Microsoft 365 and OpenText, brought to you by OpenText. I'm your host, Kenna Johnson from the Channel Company. Copilot for Microsoft 365 helps employees work smarter and faster by seamlessly integrating AI into workplace platforms. OpenText can guide partners from readiness to adoption. To discuss this further, I'm joined by Linda Mahabir from OpenText. Linda, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me, Kenna. CRN is such an amazing and important platform. I am honored to represent OpenText and to speak to you today about Copilot for Microsoft 365.
Let's get started with segment 1. Learn how Copilot for Microsoft 365 works. What is Copilot for Microsoft 365, and how does it harness the power of AI?
Copilot for Microsoft 365 is this really great, versatile, AI-powered productivity tool that helps you work more efficiently and creatively. It integrates with Microsoft 365 apps and services like Teams, Word, Excel, Outlook, and PowerPoint to help you get more work done in less time. And who doesn't want that, right? Some examples of the things that you can do with Microsoft Copilot for Microsoft 365 are: it'll help you craft business proposals in Word using existing files. It will transform text into full, awesome PowerPoint presentations with images and all. In Outlook, it can help you manage tasks and calendar items, and even compose professional, well-structured emails, so you don't have to spend all of that time editing for that perfect message. And if you miss that important Teams meeting, Copilot for Microsoft 365 can provide you with a summary of the meeting with action items and insights. And don't get me started on how it will make your life easier with Excel. But seriously, it's going to answer your questions and provide information from your company, the web, connected third-party sources, all the while ensuring data privacy and protection. And what's so great is that there are currently other Copilots available or others coming soon. So, for example, we've got Copilot Studio, which is a low-code tool to create and publish plugins directly to Copilot from Microsoft 365, enhancing customization and improving response efficiency. There's a Copilot Empower platform, Dynamics 365 Copilot, Microsoft Security Copilot. And finally, there's what we all know as Bing Chat Enterprise. Well, this was recently renamed to Microsoft Copilot. So this is actually an AI-powered web chat with commercial data protection. I swear, I use this every day. And I'd like to get into this a little bit more later on, promise.
Who's it designed for?
A Copilot for Microsoft 365 is designed for anyone who could use a trusted AI assistant at work. So in other words, we're talking about developers, business users, and customers who want to leverage the power of AI to work smarter, not harder.
How does it help you work smarter but not harder?
Copilot for Microsoft 365 isn't just a better way of doing the same things. It's an entirely new way of working. Behind the scenes, it's like this symphony of back-end technologies operating to deliver outcomes that seem almost magical. And it might help you to understand it a little better if I explain what's going on under the hood. So I'm going to get a little technical here, but really nothing too crazy. So Copilot for Microsoft 365 combines the power of what we call large language models, or LLMs. And this is an AI that's trained on massive amounts of public data. So this, plus your data from calendars, chats, emails, documents, etc. And this is from a back-end technology called Microsoft Graph. And this is also done with the help of the semantic index. And we can think of this being like a map of your individual and company data. So it's all this, plus the Microsoft 365 apps that we use every day, right? Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and Teams, plus the web, grounding web data past that ChatGPT cutoff date. So through all of this, it can generate code, build content, analyses, provide answers, and offers insights through natural language prompts. And by design, it delivers personalized experiences that align with your work context, making the process more efficient and cutting down the time and steps usually required to get to the information you're after. So that was really the scoop on how Copilot for Microsoft 365 shakes things up. It doesn't just make chatting easier, it also amps up how we analyze data and work together. And the best part, all these cool changes mean that we get to work smarter, not harder. Pretty cool, right?
Absolutely. And thank you for clarifying that and just describing that so simply. I appreciate that.
Welcome.
Let's move to segment 2, how to prepare for Copilot for Microsoft 365 with OpenText. How is OpenText helping partners to become AI ready?
That is an excellent question. OpenText has been at the forefront of providing training for our partners to become AI ready. We've been hosting in-person and virtual CSP Masters sales trainings and technical bootcamps centered around Copilot for Microsoft 365. We've partnered with Microsoft's official training partner, Productive, to deliver these trainings and go really deep into the technology. We've also been giving our partners guidance around licensing, the importance of preparing their customers' environments for Copilot for 365, and pointing them to the great tools and resources that Microsoft has posted to help partners with Copilot and AI readiness.
How can partners prepare their customers to be Copilot ready?
Partners have been asking us about Copilot for Microsoft 365 for a very, very long time. And I'm sure that many of their customers and our customers believe that AI and Copilot will give them a really competitive edge. So while it's true that Copilot for Microsoft 365 is expected to be a game changer for SMB customers especially, it's not going to flip on like a light bulb. Readiness is the key. And aside from getting customers excited about this amazing add-on to their Microsoft 365 environment, here are the key 3 steps that partners can take today to prepare their customers. The first is to empower employees with AI-powered tools. So we want you to introduce customers to secure generative AI through Microsoft Copilot. So like I said, this is not the same as Copilot for 365. This is Copilot, formerly known as Bing Chat Enterprise. And this is an AI-powered web chat with commercial data protection. It's a really, really great way to get employees acclimated to the Copilot experience and get really good at fine-tuning natural language prompts and working with AI-powered tools. So learning how to use Copilot in the workplace today is an important way to get started with generative AI securely. And this skill development around using AI in the workplace will be critical for users to quickly adapt and adopt to Copilot for Microsoft 365. And having this tool also drives device management and browser security. So like I said, I use this every day and I can't even think of my life before I started using it. It's so important to my work. Now, regarding this offering, which is available now, it was initially available for Microsoft 365 E3 users. However, it became generally available just back in December of 2023 at no additional cost for Microsoft 365 Business Standard and Business Premium users, plus Microsoft 365 E3, E5, A3, and A5 faculty users as well.
Next, it's about making sure that customers are leveraging Microsoft Cloud solutions, be it through migrating on-prem server environments to the cloud and consolidating apps to the right plan so that they can use SharePoint and OneDrive for file storage and sharing, as well as Entra ID for identity and access management services. It's also very much about making sure that customers have the right prerequisite Microsoft 365 plans in place from a licensing perspective. And last but not least, in fact, one of the most important steps is for partners to help customers assess their data security posture and existing policies in place. Based on this, customers can be guided on how to organize sensitive business data and protect this data from oversharing and unintentional leaks. This can be accomplished by using many of the Microsoft Purview services. These are enterprise-grade tools for things like sensitivity labeling, encryption, rights management, data loss prevention, e-discovery, and retention policies. Key to this practice is to make sure that employees only have access to the data that they should have access to, and nothing more. Plans such as Microsoft 365 Business Premium, Microsoft 365 E3 and E5 encompass these really powerful tools. As a result, partners may need to suggest upgrading to a higher plan or utilizing a Microsoft 365 add-on to ensure the highest level of security and compliance for their customers. Through OpenText webinars, consultations, and technical boot camps, we've been arming our partners with this very essential training so that they in turn can help their customers have the best, most secure, compliant Copilot for Microsoft 365 experience.
Now, you mentioned ChatGPT before, but can you tell us what is the difference between ChatGPT and Copilot?
ChatGPT was developed by OpenAI, and it's a language model designed to mimic human conversation and can help with tasks like composing emails, writing code, and creating poems. But because ChatGPT has a knowledge cutoff point, it may not necessarily have the most up-to-date information to draw from as well. On the other hand, Microsoft Copilot for M365 is that AI-powered digital assistant that's integrated with Microsoft 365. And while both are AI-powered, what sets Copilot for M365 apart from ChatGPT is that it's built on Microsoft's comprehensive approach to security, compliance, and privacy, and it has the ability to access grounding data from the web past that ChatGPT cutoff point.
How does Copilot for Microsoft 365 respect your privacy while keeping your data safe?
This was designed with privacy and data security at its core. It complies with regulations like GDPR and EU data boundaries, and also access your data only to generate responses, not for training its models. In other words, your data is your data. As it's integrated into Microsoft 365, it inherits your company's security and privacy policies, including two-factor authentication and compliance boundaries. Plus, it respects data residency commitments, ensuring data is stored and processed in compliance with regional regulations.
Should there be any concerns that AI and productivity tools like Copilot might take away jobs?
I realized how this could be a concern. However, it's really important to understand that AI and Copilot for Microsoft 365 were designed to help people work smarter, not harder. They're not designed to replace people in the workplace. I'm pretty sure that those companies that choose to embrace AI technology and tools like Microsoft Copilot for 365 will have a competitive edge by virtue of the enhanced employee productivity, efficiency, and creativity.
Let's move to segment 3, joining the Copilot community. How are you helping partners navigate licensing and other requirements for Copilot for Microsoft 365?
At OpenText, I'm part of an amazing Microsoft Partner Success team that supports and collaborates with our partners and customers to provide the assistance needed to achieve success with Microsoft solutions. Integral to this support are the consultations that we offer on various aspects of Microsoft. For example, the MAI CPP program incentives and rebates consultations. We do bundling, as well as learning path guidance offered by my coworkers, Liz Nunez and Maj Medina. And of course, we offer Microsoft licensing and pre-sale solutions consultations. As the lead Microsoft Partner Success Manager here at OpenText, my primary responsibility is to lead the modern work licensing solutions and pre-sales consultations. And it's through these consultations and the trainings that I mentioned before that we help our partners and customers navigate licensing and other anticipated requirements for Copilot for Microsoft 365. And just as far as licensing is concerned, it's one thing to ensure that our customers have the proper prerequisites in place. We make sure that you're aware of the necessity of having verifiable controls for AI data protection, privacy, app security, and filtering in place for the most secure and compliant experience.
How can you purchase Copilot for Microsoft 365 today?
So here's the deal. Copilot from Microsoft 365 became generally available only for commercial enterprise agreement customers back on November 1st of 2023.
Then, on January 15th of this year, it became available in the CSP New Commerce Experience platform for customers of all sizes, in addition to the EA and direct channels. The prerequisite licenses therefore changed from enterprise-only E3 and E5 SKUs to include Microsoft 365 Business Standard and Business Premium, as well as Office 365 E3 and E5 SKUs. Now, there's no prerequisite for a minimum number of licenses to be purchased. However, the total number of Copilot add-on licenses purchased cannot exceed the combined total of prerequisite SKUs owned. So as long as you have that 1-to-1 ratio, you're fine. The January 15th announcement was great news for our large and growing base of CSP indirect resellers and customers who just could not wait to have the opportunity to take advantage of this game-changing, time-saving AI productivity tool.
Linda, where can we learn more?
Microsoft does have a wealth of resources and information out there on Copilot for Microsoft 365 and AI readiness. And there's so much that it can get a little bit confusing. So if you work with your OpenText sales contacts and the Microsoft Partner Success team here at OpenText, will set you on the right course for AI and Copilot for Microsoft 365 readiness.
Linda, finally, do you have any calls to action for partners?
Talk to your customers about getting AI ready with Microsoft 365 and OpenText. Contact your OpenText account manager to learn about our upcoming Copilot for Microsoft 365 and other Microsoft trainings. And finally, go ahead and book a Microsoft consultation via the provided QR code. We would be delighted to help you on your journey to Microsoft and AI.
Linda, thank you so much for your time today. I definitely learned a lot from this discussion.
Wonderful, Kenna. Thank you so much. It was so great to spend time with you today and your viewers out there. Thank you so much for this opportunity and keep being awesome.
Thank you at home for watching. For the Channel Company, I'm Kenna Johnson.